So I am Poonam Madan, and I am a corporate trainer, happiness coach, and founder of Break Free from Stress Training Solutions. Through my venture, I guide organizations to elevate the happiness quotient of the employees. And I am by qualification, I am a chartered accountant. I have almost 17 years of work experience in versatile environments, including corporate, training, and education industry. I am a NLP practitioner, CBT practitioner, TA 101 certified, a laughter yoga teacher, and an energy healer. Now, when I'm giving my introduction to you, some of you may feel that, wow, this is an extraordinary introduction, right? So many learnings and a lot of knowledge I have. And some of you may feel that, okay, it's okay, nothing extraordinary about it, isn't it? So each one of us has our own definition of extraordinary. If you ask me, I feel that each one of you who is attending this session is an extraordinary person, right? Because as per me, extraordinary life means a life that is full of new learnings, new experiences. And as you all are taking out your time and investing it in gaining more knowledge by attending these kind of sessions, you all are extraordinary people. So I would also like to know from you all, what do you mean by extraordinary life? What is your definition of extraordinary? So some may say that for me, extraordinary life is a life that is full of adventure. Some may say that for me, an extraordinary life is a life where I travel a lot. I go to new places to get new experiences about the new people, about the new culture. Some may say that for me, an extraordinary life is a life where I am able to taste new dishes, new kind of foods. So different people may have different definitions of extraordinary. Whatever definition you have for extraordinary, one thing is common in all, and that is the experiences we want to gain in this life. Everyone wants a new experience, and that new experience, as per us, will make our life extraordinary. And let me tell you all that to make your life extraordinary, you need not acquire an extraordinary skill or an extraordinary talent or an extraordinary resource. Your ordinary life with the ordinary resources, with the ordinary skill, can be made extraordinary with a little of extra efforts. So let us start with the experiences, because we live our life to gain experiences. Now, when we say experiences, I can read your comment, Divya, creating your image of who you are, built with dream and passion. Great. So that is again an example of an extraordinary life. So when we say experience, we want to gain new experiences in our life to make our life extraordinary. How do we experience this life? Just think upon it. How do we gain experience in our life? How we get experiences? When we were born, we had no experience in our life, right? We had no thoughts, nothing. And then slowly, we started experiencing our life. And that started molding our thoughts, our beliefs, right? So how do we experience our life? Now, let me take an example here. I hope most of you would have visited to any beach during your vacation time. If not beach, maybe some hill station. So let me take an example of a beach. Just recall your experience of a beach visit where you visited a beach. As you all would know that we are blessed with the five senses, and those five senses are, if you all can recall, the five senses are eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. So these are the five senses we are blessed with, and all the experiences that we have in our life are through these five senses. Our eyes provide us the visual experiences. Whatever experience we gain through our eyes is called the visual experience. Whatever experience we gain through our ears is called the auditory experience. Whatever experience that we gain through our skin is the kinesthetic experience, what we feel. Another kind of experience is what we taste, that is called the gustatory experience. And the last experience is what we smell, and that is called the olfactory experience. So as we were discussing about our experience of the beach, what we saw, the sun, the clouds, the waves, the beautiful color in the sky, maybe the crabs on the sand, the seashells, all that was a visual experience. The second experience was the auditory experience, where we were discussing about the sounds that the birds are making, the sound of the wind, the sound of the waves. So that is the auditory experience. How we felt, we enjoyed the company of our loved ones, or we felt peaceful, or we felt the cold water on our feet, or we felt the hot sand below our foot. So all those experiences are the kinesthetic experiences. And then some may remember that when we were on the beach, we tasted something which we really enjoyed. So that is the experience we get through our tongue. And the last one, the smell of the sea, that is the olfactory experience. Now, all our experiences are through our senses, and our senses are always on the job 24/7 to provide us the experiences in this life. So whatever job our senses perform is called the sensory acuity. So how perfect our senses are in providing us the experiences of life is called the sensory acuity. Whether my senses are working to their fullest or not, क्या मेरे सारे सेंसेस जागृत हैं, क्या वो पूरी तरह से काम कर रहे हैं? अगर वो पूरी तरह से काम कर रहे हैं, then I will get very good experiences in my life. Now let me check whether what is the status of your visual awareness. We have been interacting since last almost 10 minutes. Now let me switch off my video and just think about what is the color of the dress I am wearing. If you can think. What is the color of my dress? Am I wearing specs or not? So on, I can ask many questions to test your visual awareness. Now this is how we observe what we see, and then we recall it, and that forms our experience of life, right? Now if I say that I will ask these similar questions again after 5 minutes, you all may start paying attention to whatever I am wearing. You will all start paying attention to my screen, right? So we use our senses to the fullest when we want to use them. So we have to create this awareness that we want to use our senses to the fullest because we want to gain better experiences in life. And the moment we start getting better experiences in life, we will start noticing that extraordinary in the ordinary stuff. So I think we all can learn this skill of finding extraordinary in the ordinary from the kids, right? Kids help us to understand how to enjoy life fully because they observe everything without any interpretation. If you all can recall, when we were kids and we used to stand under the sky and we used to observe the sky. And when there were clouds in the sky and we used to observe it, we used to find new shapes in the clouds. I hope many of you would have observed that. कई बार मैं अभी भी ये एक्टिविटी करती हूँ. Just stand in your balcony and start observing the sky. Without anything in your mind, just start observing the clouds. And after some time, you will find that there are certain shapes which are being developed in the clouds. And that time you feel that, wow, what a discovery, right? And you rush inside and tell everyone, see what I have found. There is something in the clouds. So all that can be observed with a mind that is not full of the thoughts, not full of the judgments, not full of the interpretations. Just pure observation without anything in the mind. So start observing things. Now let us move on to the next sense. That is the auditory sense. Auditory sense is the sense to hear. Now we all know that we hear a lot, right? But when you're sitting here listening to me, it is not only the sound that I am making that you are able to listen, but you can also listen to some other sounds as well. Now, when we start paying attention we are able to recognize such extraordinary sounds as well. If you all can close your eyes, I hope you all are sitting comfortably on your place. And if you are driving and listening to us, then please don't close your eyes. If you can close your eyes, please close, or otherwise, just pay attention to what you can hear. And make a list of at least 3 sounds that you can hear now. If you ask me, I can hear the noise of the traffic outside my window. I can hear the noise of the clock, the tick-tick sound it is making. What else? Maybe sound of the wind chime, the sound of some kids playing outside, the sound of the fan. Now, when you start paying attention, what happens? You start observing new things. And that is what helps us to find that extraordinary. So I will recommend all to do this exercise on a daily basis to awaken your senses. Now let us move on to the next sense, that is the kinesthetic sense. The problem with all of us is that the experiences that we gain in our life are becoming very less, mainly because we have stopped using this art of paying attention in the present. We are always in a rush. We are so busy that we don't have time even to eat. So we are not left with the experience of the food. So to get the experience of the food, on the weekends we go to the restaurants, we go to the hotels. To get the experience of the kinesthetic senses, of the visual senses, we book our hotels, we go to hill stations, we go to beaches to get those extraordinary experiences, right? Though we can gain all those experiences living at our own place, at our own home. We need not pay heavily for the vacations. So my dear friends, I will request that all of us should start using our senses to the fullest. On daily basis, I would request all to start practicing so as to enhance the sensory acuity. And the moment we are able to pay attention, we will be able to get more experiences from life. There is a very simple exercise that we call 5-4-3-2-1 technique. What you have to do in this technique is, in the morning when you wake up, just go outside your balcony or wherever you can at a comfortable place, or when you are cooking in the kitchen, or when you are traveling somewhere, or when you are doing your office job, just take a pause for some time to experience this technique. What you have to do is identify any 5 objects that you can see around you. Just 5 objects. Next, identify any 4 things that you can hear. The next thing, any 3 things that you can feel. Feeling can be anything around you. It can be anything on your skin, anything around you, or anything under your feet. Anything you can feel. So 3 things that you can feel. It can be your feelings as well, right? 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. And last 2 things, if not possible, it's okay. But at least VAK, that is the visual, auditory and kinesthetic senses, you have to enhance. Instantly your reaction changes with the thoughts. So if we are able to be aware of our thoughts and we can change our thoughts, does that mean that we can change the quality of our life? We can change the quality of our experiences? Definitely yes. So if we can change the quality of the experiences by changing our thoughts, that will be something magical, isn't it? So we have to start being aware of our thoughts. Now, how to do that? The first thing is we have to be still and be in the present, not in the past, not in the future. Because past is full of memories and beliefs, and future is totally unpredictable. We should start thinking rationally. Just think, आप कहीं जा रहे थे and you were on a road. आप रोड के इस साइड पर हैं और रोड के उस साइड पर you saw your friend and he is coming from the opposite direction. आप इधर से जा रहे हैं, आपका फ्रेंड उधर सामने से आ रहा है, and you called him and you waved your hand, hi, but he did not see you, right? Now this is the situation in front of you. Now at this point of time, what will be your thought? Just think about it. Just have a thought. You may think, पता नहीं इसने मेरी आवाज नहीं सुनी, पता नहीं क्यों ऐसा इसने मुझे इग्नोर किया. आई थिंक मैंने कुछ गलत किया होगा, शायद मे बी ही इज अपसेट विद मी, और वाई ही इज इग्नोरिंग मी, वाई ही इज नॉट लिसनिंग टू मी. Now these are the thoughts that may come to your mind. Again, these thoughts are totally influenced by the experiences you have had in your life, the stories that you have observed and told to yourself. अगर कोई हमारी आवाज नहीं सुनता है, मतलब he is not interested in us. Could be from your experience, or could be from the stories you have heard from someone else, or could be some stories that you have told to yourself. And these stories, these experiences define your thoughts and your beliefs. Now at that moment, what you should do? Just pay attention to your thoughts. Be aware of your thoughts. What is going on in your mind at that point of time? And thoughts ka audit kar do. Do the audit of the thoughts. And how you have to change the thought? I'm not saying that start thinking positive. Positive may not be the right word in every situation, though thinking positive definitely helps a person to enjoy life, to be joyful, to be happy. But in some circumstances, it may not be always possible to think positive. So the appropriate word I would like to share is think rationally, logically. That at this point of time, what could be an alternative rational thought that can help you to think positive, or to think differently, or to have different perspective. The alternative thought could be, maybe I am not audible to him. So if you are so desperate to talk to him, you can take one more step, cross the road and just go and talk to him, right? And that will help to improve your relationships. So instead of assuming, instead of judging, on the basis of our past experiences, or on the basis of the stories that we tell to ourselves, or on the basis of the interpretations that we make, we just observe and then think of a rational thought at that particular point of time. That will definitely help us to enhance our experiences in life. And the moment we are able to enhance our experiences of life, the ordinary will become extraordinary. If you search on Google, you will find a list of so many people who were ordinary, but now they are an example of an extraordinary life. So what is that extraordinary that they did? It is all about the psychology that they followed. So I believe that success is 80% psychology and 20% strategy, or the action you take. So the moment we start becoming aware of our thoughts, that will definitely help us to change them. Awareness is critical to change. So to summarize, I would like to say that there are two things that can help us to have an extraordinary experience in our life. The first thing is external awareness, awareness of the environment around us, which is always giving us the experiences through our senses. And we have 5 senses, and we always have to work on enhancing the experiences through our senses. So external awareness definitely will help us to have better experiences of life. Second thing that we have to work on is the internal awareness. What is going on in our mind continuously in form of our thoughts. And when we are aware of our thoughts, which we can be when we start paying attention to the present, what we can do is, the next step, we can start changing our thoughts by thinking on the alternative rational option. Just think, there must be a friend of yours who is always happy, right? जो हमेशा खुश रहता है. अगर इस टाइम पे वो यहाँ होता तो वो क्या सोच रहा होता? Just think about him. And that will help you to give an alternative rational thought. Isn't it? So think from the point of view of the other person. I am Poonam. Now, if I want to have a different perspective, I have to come out of Poonam and think like someone else. If I am Poonam always, I may not be able to have different perspectives. And surprisingly, in a single situation, in a single event, different people have different perspectives. And all of them may be right as per them, because each one have their own backgrounds, own beliefs. If you were at their place, maybe you would also have the same experience, same perspective. So it is not always about your opinion, it is about the different perspective. So to understand a situation better, it is better to change your position and to change your thoughts. And this will definitely help to get something extraordinary from the same ordinary situation. To conclude, I would like to share a very interesting story. There was a person, there was a monk who was just sweeping the way, rasta saaf kar raha tha, and some traveler passed by and he greeted him, good morning. And the traveler said, good morning. And then he asked the monk, do you live in this village? The monk said, yes, I live in this village. The traveler said that, okay, I am coming from the village that is across that mountain. And now I am going to visit this village where you are living. Can you tell me something about this village? कैसे लोग हैं यहाँ पर, कैसा माहौल है यहाँ का? So I just want to know, कैसा गाँव है ये? The monk asked him a question. Monk said कि जहाँ से आप आ रहे हो वो गाँव कैसा था? How was that village? The person said, that was ridiculous. इतने बेकार लोग थे वहाँ के, ना किसी से बात करके खुश. No one was happy in talking to me and I didn't like that place at all. So I don't know about this new village. The monk answered, this will also be almost the same kind of village. You will not find any difference here. And the traveler was like sad. Oh my God. Anyways, he moved on. After some days, again the monk was cleaning the way and a traveler came by that way. And the monk greeted him, good morning. And he said, good morning. And then the traveler too asked him, do you live in this village? The monk said, yes, I live in this village. The traveler too asked him, see, I am visiting this village for the first time and I don't know about this village. Can you tell me, यहाँ के लोग कैसे हैं? How is the environment? Is it good or not? The monk asked the same question. आप जिस village से आ रहे हो, how was that village? The traveler too said, that was a very good village. People there were so courteous, so kind, so grateful, so good. I really enjoyed being in that village. So the monk answered, you will find this village almost the same, right? So it is not about your external situations or the external events or your circumstances. It is all internal. How you behave is totally dependent upon your thoughts. And the world is almost a reflection of how you behave with them.
A question, ma'am.
Yeah.
When I attend such session, I feel motivated, but after some day, I am again the same. I lose the motivation. How to keep it constant?
Okay. So what I can understand, the question is that after attending the session, we are highly motivated. That yes, I will do this, I will do this. But later, we are not consistent, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I feel the answer is in the question itself. The problem is in being consistent. So when we are not consistent, we cannot gain motivation. Motivation is not something like a magical decoction that you drink one day and you become motivated forever, for lifetime. We have to continuously make efforts to be motivated, right? Just like we pray almost daily to be in a positive state of mind. डेली हम नहाते हैं, डेली हम प्रेयर्स करते हैं, बिकॉज वी हैव टू डेली कंसिस्टेंटली मेक एन एफर्ट to be in a positive state of mind. Similarly, we have to regularly make efforts to be motivated. So it's not that you attend a session and you forget. You have to regularly understand and implement those learnings. Then only you will be motivated. I also have general questions from people that ma'am हम ऐसा session कोई attend करते हैं when we are feeling motivated and after that हम 10 दिन तो exercise करते हैं, बट उसके बाद क्या होता है हमारे साथ, फिर वही वापस उसी ढर्रे पे आ जाते हैं. सो इफ यू आर डूइंग दिस, व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज जस्ट मेक अ गोल एंड स्टार्ट टेकिंग स्मॉलर स्टेप्स टुवर्ड्स योर गोल. अगर आपको वेट लूज करना है, 20 किलो लूज करना है, तो सीधा अगर आप टारगेट करोगे 5 दिन में 20 किलो लूज करना है, हो ही नहीं सकता. यू विल डेफिनेटली बी डीमोटिवेटेड. सो मेक स्मॉलर गोल्स. बड़े गोल को छोटे चंक्स में ब्रेक करके एंड एटलीस्ट टेक 1 step each day. Even if you take that 1 step daily, that will definitely lead you toward that bigger goal. So keep the momentum on. Momentum कहीं नहीं रुकना चाहिए.
कि जो एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी लोग होते हैं उनकी वो उनके फैमिली में, उनके बैकग्राउंड में ऐसा होता है कि उसको डेवलप किया जा सकता है. आई थिंक उनका ऐसा क्वेश्चन होगा.
Okay. So, okay, the question somewhere is whether it depends on the family background. See, family background किस चीज में हमारी thoughts को affect करता है in developing our beliefs, right? So, there are two kind of motivations that we have. One is intrinsic motivation, another is extrinsic motivation, right? To do anything, we are either extrinsically motivated or intrinsically. So, that is the locus of control, where it is. Whether we are controlled by our external environment or we are controlled by our internal environment. So if you are controlled by your internal environment, when we say internal environment, our thoughts, then definitely your background, your external environment will not affect you. And I think you all must have seen many examples. अब तो movies भी बहुत आ गई हैं हमारी Bollywood में. I'll just take an example of Milkha. If you say family background affects us negatively or positively, then in case of Milkha Singh, he could never ever be able to become a best runner, right? The flying sick. So it's not the family background. I somehow feel that yes, it may affect to certain extent, but let us not make our family background an excuse for our failure. It cannot be an excuse for our failure. We can definitely make some attempts to succeed in our life when we are internally and externally motivated. So for that purpose, we have to go off our limited beliefs that are stopping us. And as I'm NLP and CBT practitioner, I would like to tell that yes, there are certain techniques which can help people to let go of their limited beliefs that they are carrying with them and that are stopping them to succeed in life. But the first step is just identify that one limiting belief that is stopping you. Then only we can work on that. Any other questions, sir?
क्वेश्चन ये था कि how can we work on our thoughts to make them better?
Okay, how we can work on our thoughts to make them better. See, to work on our thoughts, the first thing is we have to be aware what kind of thoughts we want to work on. So every thought is not a disempowering thought. There are many thoughts which empower us as well. So when we have to work on the disempowering thoughts, we have to first identify those thoughts. And I would suggest that just have an interview of yourself. Just interview yourself and ask questions. You can see one video on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, where I am interviewing myself. How you can interview yourself so that you are able to understand what is that particular thought that is going on in your mind that is restricting your growth. That is a negative or limited belief that is not letting you go again or go ahead. एक आदमी था, वो बोट चलाने की कोशिश कर रहा था. He was sitting in the boat and he was rowing the boat. But उतनी मेहनत करने के बाद भी he was not able to move the boat ahead. So he was trying, but the boat was still there, standing there, not moving ahead. So उसने सोचा ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, मैं बोट आगे क्यों नहीं चला पा रहा हूँ. Then he turned behind and he saw कि बोट जो है वो अभी तक उस रस्सी से बंधी हुई है. Then he went down, रस्सी खोली उसने, बोट में वापस आकर बैठा और उसने बोट चलानी शुरू की. And obviously he was able to move the boat ahead. Now ये रस्सी जो है जो बंधी हुई है हमारे पास्ट से, जब तक हमारी थॉट्स उस पर्टिकुलर लिमिटेड बिलीव्स के साथ बंधी हुई हैं, हमारी बोट वहीं अटकी रहेगी. सो टू मूव अहेड वी हैव टू रिलीज आवर सेल्फ फ्रॉम दोज लिमिटेड बिलीव्स दैट आर होल्डिंग अस बैक. द मोमेंट वी रिलीज दैट रोप we will be able to move ahead. So the first thing is the awareness that there is something wrong. And what is wrong? The moment you are able to identify, just release that rope and you will be able to move ahead. And मैं अपने audience से, viewers से request करूँगी कि please follow this technique on a daily basis. What you have to do is, it is a very simple technique, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. क्या करना है आपको डेली बेसिस पे, whenever you get time, whenever you are feeling stressed out, take a pause. And during that pause, what you have to do is just identify 5 things that you can see. Like if you ask me, I can see my light, I can see a bottle, I can see a mobile, I can see a marker, I can see a calendar. These are the 5 things that I can see, right? Then another 4 things that you can hear. Just pay your attention in the present and try to make a list of those 4 things that you can hear. Then next is 3 things that you can feel, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. And that is definitely meditative. I will not say meditation, because meditation ke liye we can definitely take a separate session, but this is a meditative feeling.